Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. So a few days ago I did my first impressions on the Demon Hunter. Gonna return back to MOAR Doom now, the destroyed Legion prison planet. And I'm gonna get another look at some more of the Demon Hunter abilities. We're also gonna look at some of the new models which are gonna come in to Legion as well. You can see on the right hand side there, the Anguished Jailer. We're gonna have quite a bit of a spell with him today. And then there's a couple of bosses which look different. They have new skinned models, which is very nice to see as well. And then there's just going to be all manner of shenanigans kind of going alongside. So first things first, the actual questing format is very similar to how we have it right now. Not too many differences. Yeah, you can have your quest givers like we have right here, or you can have the quest givers that you saw at the very start of the video and the very start of the first impressions video, where they literally flash up at the bottom of your screen and start to talk to you. And also, yes, little treasures. Little treasures are here as well. If they have that purple outline around them, then they are a little bit different, a little bit special. Probably give you a boost in EXP and an item to boot. Now, one of the things that I've talked about in my videos so far is about item level. Look at that Inferno that just came crashing in on the right hand side. It's huge. But one of the things that I've talked about in previous videos is the item level of what the Demon Hunters are going to be. Because I've said, you know, if you're in baleful gear right now, then you're more than prepared for the next expansion. More than prepared. And that does seem to be the case. Demon Hunters apparently are starting... They're starting at level 98, remember. Not level 100, level 98. So they're starting at level 98 in roughly 660 level gear. And then throughout the course of the leveling up process, they'll actually get themselves into some 680 pieces of gear. And then if they're fortunate, and you will see this later on in the video, you can of course still have that random element of proccing when you're gaining rewards. So I actually get a blue item that procs into an epic item, and that has a higher item level. But you're looking at your Demon Hunter leaving the place between, let's say, 680, 690, 670, round about there. So it's just shy of the top-end baleful stuff. So yeah, if you're in the 695 baleful items right now and you're wondering if you should come and log back into the World of Warcraft and try and get the 10 item level increases, yada 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 for Legion, Nah, there's no reason to at all. There really isn't any reason whatsoever. You are absolutely fine. Okay, so this quest, I've just got to go around and free some of the Demon Hunters which have been trapped. Quite interesting, that guy there said, "I will kill every last demon in my way," from his prison cell. And then we have some old friends who are going to start to join us now. Now, these are the broken. Broken so much that he died in front of me. But the broken, of course, are the twisted Draenei. They are the corrupted and twisted and broken, hence the name, versions of the Draenei, which we saw in the Burning Legion. And then, coming up right now, we have the Naga. Now, the Naga are not our enemy. They are our friend. Remember, when we're on this first part of MOAR Doom, we have to look at it as if we are literally linked to the Burning Crusade expansion. So you have to look at the allegiances that are there. And Kael'thas Sunstrider, Illidan Stormrage, and Lady Vash were the trio of evil. They were the three major antagonists in the expansion. And of course, they were all allied with each other. The irony being that Lady Vash was potentially more powerful than Illidan or Kael'thas Sunstrider, but because of her reliance on maintaining a relationship due to Ashara, she kind of dug her own grave, unfortunately for her. So yeah, the Naga are our allies, because we are technically... I mean, I'm talking about a technicality here. We are technically the bad guys right now. Because if you put it also into proportion of how things are starting to tick away in the Burning Crusade, Illidan has sent us off on a mission to MOAR Doom to get this keystone. But back on Outland, your main characters right now are fighting Illidan. So we are on the reverse side. This is quite an interesting angle to actually think about. It's kind of like a little bit head fucky, but at the same time, it's really quite cool at this point because you are on the other side. You're fighting on the other side of your existing main character right now. And it's quite cool. I like that anyway. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the prisoners have been dealt with. So let's just scooch the footage on a wee bit. And then we're going to get to a boss fight here. Now, this new model that we're going to see, it's a fresh skin, but it's using the Lich actual exterior and skeleton. But look at this. I mean, this to me is really freaky. I mean, it's got no eyes. It's got this like sunken jaw which comes in to accentuate these teeth and these massive demonic horns. When I saw this guy, I kind of really thought about films like Hellraiser and stuff like that. Quite, you know, disturbing demonic imagery within that. Yeah, and it just gives me the creeps. I don't know why, but that kind of facial look just kind of gives me a wee bit of the creeps. And it's a decent fight if you look at what's going on here. You've got mechanics to avoid. You have the meteors coming in, and then of course here you've got the fell beams as well, which you've got to jump over and miss, and then you transition into this phase as well. And yeah, there's a fair bit going on. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to wipe you. I'm not saying that you're going to die when you're fighting it. You know, I don't think World of Warcraft operates in that sense anymore, but it's just really cool. So let's have a look at one of the new abilities. Let's have a look at Spectral Sight. So if you activate Spectral Sight, you have these fell flames which kind of consume most of your screen, and if you look around, then all the red objects, even through the rocks and the mountains, are what you can pick up. So you can really identify where enemies are. And of course, this will work in PvP to identify enemies as well. It's going to be interesting to see if that becomes so powerful that Spectral Sight has to get nerfed in PvP. I'm not saying it will. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just saying I wonder if it's something which might just prove to be a little bit too powerful, knowing which angles and exactly where your opposition is. Bearing in mind, of course, that in certain BGs and even in certain arenas, when your enemies are hidden from sight, yeah, that sort of identification is going to really come in handy, isn't it? And on top of that, will you be able to also see stealthed people? That's something I have to look into. I don't know if you will be able to, but if you could detect stealthed enemies while in Spectral Sight as well, let's just throw all the Devil's Advocate eggs in one basket here. Okay, so we're picking up a new quest now. I just wanted to get look at that, 695. So if you proc an epic, it goes to 695, which is the same as the top end baleful stuff. So you are literally going to be coming out of this storyline kind of prepped and ready, of the same power and the same strength. And the reason why I kind of harp on a wee bit about this is because, of course, when they did you know, monks and such, or when they did the boost, I should say, really, the level 90 boost, the item level was so low going into the next expansion that they really had to, like, rein in the leveling up process rewards. So a lot of people just weren't getting any gear. So, of course, if they get the Demon Hunters up to a level that's around about what most people are on right now, then that to me says that leveling up, you're going to be switching out a whole lot of new gear. And we get another new demon model, and I think that model there of Lady Tyranna, or whatever she's called, was awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. Really kind of creepy. You know, there's this thing like with succubi, how kind of sexy they are. But she... yeah, no, not even with a paper bag. So there we go. There's a further little look at Demon Hunters with the I-beam going off. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Wait, just before you go, remember my channel sponsor, Yaktronics. They deal with customized PC peripherals, mice, keypads, and also headsets. Well, they have sent me in the post my very own beautiful customized HeelvsBabyface Razer Naga Epic mouse. This is the type of quality of product you can expect from them. Not only does it have an amazing paint resin job, so that is never coming off at the top, but also the logo is very slightly embossed and touchy-feely, as well as the light up LEDs. My blue eyes, Those blue eyes! Light up for me, baby. Oh, yeah. And not only can you get up to 40% off the list price anyway, but if you use the promotional code BABYFACE, you get an additional 7% off your order. So if you're looking for some Heel vs. Babyface merch, and I hope you are, or if you want your very own clan tag, gamer tag on there as well, they can do that for you and customize it how you wish. But because Christmas is looming up pretty close and it takes a couple of weeks to make these as well as dispatch them to you, you better get your orders in ASAP. It's the top link in the description down below. Don't forget to use promo code BABYFACE for an additional 7% off.